It's the 14th anniversary of this game today, I believe. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Easily one of the greatest role-playing games I've never finished. I started it at university, got about 6 or so hours in, then university happened, so I had to quit. So I know a bit of what happens at the start of the game, going off of memory. I am playing on the fan patch, so I do have extra graphical settings, and indeed it allows it to be played at 1920 by 1080. I think that's what I was going to say. I'm only streaming and therefore recording for YouTube for about 50 minutes or so. I do have to go out before my time, so just let's get this started, I guess. I will be doing the questionnaire. For those of you who are unaware, the World of Darkness is a place where immortal monsters pull the strings of humanity, violence and despair come here, blah blah. I'll be doing the questionnaire. If you didn't know, you can just pick your clan and stuff, but I like the questionnaire, and there are multiple series of questions. It's kind of like a dialogue tree in and of itself, so even if you take it several times, you won't necessarily get the same questions. If you do pick this up, I'd highly recommend playing as Malkavian, because the writing for the weird, I guess, disassociation stuff, schizophrenia, whatever, is great, but we'll see what the game throws my way. Male. As you're walking home late at night, you hear footsteps, glance back and suddenly realise someone's following you. You turn to confront them, duck behind a tree. I'm going to duck behind a tree. I'll bet it's an auction for a macabre piece of art I just must have. You know the collector who won it, you've even been to his house, do you? Get a few drinks into him later on, persuade him to sell it to you. Wait until he leaves, find spare key, make it like a robbery. Write an unflattering critique, get it published, just wait for his friends to try to unload it. Ooh. Passive aggressive, number 3. You were mugged last night. It wasn't life-threatening, but you were to take some measures to make sure that if it happens again, you're not defenseless. Do you? Sign up for martial arts classes. Next time you try it, you'll break their spine. Start carrying a knife and conceal it in your belt. Next person who tries it breathes through a hole in their neck. Buy a gun, the next cover is sidewalk me. Martial arts. You're stuck in traffic after a concert, and the guy behind you is laying on the horn. Your friends in the car are urging you to park the car and help them stick the dude's horn somewhere uncomfortable. Do you? 1. Get out, pull the guy out of the car, put him in hospital. 2. Talk your friends down. You don't need a lawsuit or jail time. 2. You're at a nightclub having a damn good time when you realise you're out of money. No cash, no fun, do you? Seduce somebody and have them pay for your drinks. Time it just right so you can snatch a bottle when the bartender isn't looking. Go home, read a book or listen to music. Something more intellectually stimulating than wasting life in the club. Well, I'd go home. The world's a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? It may be cruel for you, but for me it's hilarious. Because I kept it secret, you have no idea of the truths I've learned. Oh, it's hilarious. Yes, Malkavian. Inflicted with insanity, Malkavians use their madness to provide them with surprising and sometimes disturbing insights. The inner voice may tell them of someone's true intent, or it may betray them completely. Your vampire's attributes and abilities have been determined in this character sheet, which is next. These are your attributes and abilities, which feats are derived from. Attributes are inherent character traits and broken into 3 categories: physical, social, mental. Abilities are things you learn and also are broken into 3 categories: talent, skills, and knowledges. Members of the insane Malkavian clan possess a dark intellect, and so your strongest attribute is mental, in which you have 2 points you can spend. You also have 1 point to spend in social and no points in physical, your weakest attribute. As for abilities, being Malkavian gives you an advantage in your insightful knowledges, in which you have 3 points to spend. You only have average abilities in skills and are weak in talents. Feats are actions you perform in the game. Feats are derived by adding an attribute and an ability. An example would be the feat of lockpicking, which is derived from the attribute of the dexterity and the ability of security. Hovering your mouse pointer over a feat will highlight the attribute and ability upon which it is dependent, but this is a tutorial pop-up, so. You're a member of the Malkavian clan, cursed with incurable insanity. Malkavians are free from the confines of rationality, and this freedom is coupled with an uncanny insight, a strange wisdom that cannot be perceived by the sane. Their disciplines are Auspex, or perception, dementation, madness channeling, and obfuscate, invisibility. This is your humanity. 7 is the norm. 10 is saintly, and the lower you go, the closer to the beast you become. Also, the lower your humanity, the greater your chances of frenzying. When a vampire goes into a frenzy, he loses all control and attacks any and all things around him. However, as you gain experience, you can spend experience points to increase your humanity. This is where your masquerade violations are displayed. The masquerade is a code by which many vampires will live. Anytime a vampire is seen doing a supernatural act by a mortal, it is considered a masquerade violation. You have 5 chances, and each strike will have repercussions. If you commit 5 masquerade violations, you'll be dealt with harshly. All information on things you're hovering over is displayed. Auto level is toggled as you decide whether you want the computer to allocate the experience. Oh, being able to reset is great. I won't be auto leveling. Awareness of surroundings. To be fair, I'm happy leaving them where they are. This is the good stuff. Dementation. I'm happy with that. Unnamed. Galen. I think. This is where you can change your clan and stuff. Happy with the clan. Malkavians are known as lunatics because of their ability to hear voices of insight and subject others to their insanity through their discipline and dementation. The world appears much different to the Malkavian than it does to the sane clans, so the extent of a Malkavian's madness depends on the individual. A blessing and a curse of Malkavian's insanity will help or hinder them depending on how much they struggle against their nature. And you can also pick gender. There's some aggressive jiggle physics. The fact these are grayed out is really confusing to me, but I guess it's fine. The embrace, the act of transforming a mortal into a vampire. I believe there's a cutscene.
I want to show you something.
Subtitles are apparently super titles. Incredible. Undeath was,
Good evening.
was long.
My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that...
This is bullshit!
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish. I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening. Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
So this is a Source Engine RPG, so with all the wonkiness that comes with Source Engine games, and it is notoriously buggy. I do have the unofficial fan patch installed, as I mentioned, but some things will probably still go wrong. Hopefully nothing game breaking, but we'll see. As you can see, it's first person, but you can toggle, although the animations are so janky that I'll probably stick in first person. And as you've probably noticed by now, there's a teeny tiny objectification of women going on with some of the vampires, which sort of makes sense in lore for some of them, but it's still not something I'm 100% happy with. But like, the game's fine. Apart from that, it was what I've played anyway. So third person.
What a scene, man! Hoo-wee! Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Is that John DiMaggio? The reign of ages puts again to wash away revelation.
What? Oh, man! And you're a goddamn Malkavian, too. Wow! You really are fucked.
Who is this dark demon I see before me?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
Break down for me the bare-boned basics.
Youngsters these days. Well, your funeral, kiddo. But keep a couple things in mind before you go. Now, these lessons aren't just for your benefit, so listen up.
My ears are all yours.
First, the Masquerade. You're going to be hearing a lot about this, so let me sum up real quick. Sure, you're a vampire. Great. Keep it to yourself, okay? It's easier that way, trust me. That's the Masquerade. Keeping vampire secrets secret. Easy, right? Easy peasy. Now, if you violate the Masquerade, if you run around spooking humans or whatever, you make things harder on all of us. Then all of us get pissed off and we come after you. And you end up like your sire there, staked and baked. Comprende, kiddo?
That depends on which of my personalities you're talking to.
Right on. Next, humanity. Being a vampire isn't the end of the road. You think life was hard? Just wait. Now you're half beast, half man, and it ain't quite an easy fit. You're gonna be fighting that beast for the rest of your days, every time you give into it. Whenever you kill an innocent, you feed the beast a little more, and it grows a little stronger. After a while, the beast can take over, and you'll go wild and have to be put down like a rabid dog. So, you know, fight it. Don't be a homicidal maniac. That'll help with the Masquerade, too. See how it all comes together? Ain't that nice?
Nice as a well-kept cadaver.
Now, with all that said, you still have to keep your ass alive. For that, you're gonna have to feed. How's a little blood sound, kiddo? I imagine you're feeling that thirst right about now, huh? Get it where you can, however you can. Just remember the first two lessons. Don't let anyone else see you feeding. They'll flip out and cause you to break the Masquerade and cause some bigger, badder vampire to come stomp a mud hole in your ass. Also, drink deep, but don't drain them dry. See, that's giving in to the beast. You do that, you lose a grip on your humanity and you lose control. There we go again. It all fits together. Beautiful. Can you dig it?
I'm going to apologise for the audio, just randomly lowering the volume there. I will leave some juice in the fruit.
Righteous. Now, ship off like a good little soldier. If you pull this off, come downtown to the last round and I'll tell you how jacked this whole situation is. Until then, good luck. Or maybe I should just say, nice knowing you, kiddo.
My shadow darkens other domains. Farewell. Prince Lacroix. Safe house in Camarilla safe house in Santa Monica is my haven. Some essentials. Immediately can see through the back of his head. So I think I just accidentally skipped the tutorial, which was 100% unintentional.
Hello, LA. You're up way past your bedtime, aren't you? Hope you've slipped into something comfortable. I know I have. If you're new to town or just
Sorry, just gonna raise the audio a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't crash.
listening to The Dead of Night, the only girl who will spend the night with you and leave first thing in the morning, guaranteed. Well, looks like the boards are lighting up. Aren't I the popular one? Let's see.
Try raising it a little more. Please don't crash.
Meeny, miny, mo, who will be the lucky caller? You've got the first shot at Deb tonight. So, who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Hi, Deb. This is, Vigo.
Vigo? So, Vigo, why are you up so late?
I'm working the late shift here at the, yacht club.
Uh-huh. How many boats do you own, Vigo?
2. Actually, 3. One is, in the shop.
I used to do a little yachting myself. What brand of yacht do you have?
You probably wouldn't know the brand. I, bought them in Italy.
Ah, la Italia bella. Parlate italiano?
Yes.
Arrivederci, Vigo. You too, you're on The Dead of Night. Be gentle.
I am.
Hello, caller.
I am.
Is tonight a rerun?
Yep.
Caller number 3, what's keeping you up?
Deb, listen to me, Deb. They're at it again and people have got to know. They've got to know because they don't know. They won't report the stuff on the news because they've been in the news.
Hello, Gomez. What's the latest conspiracy?
Conspiracy? This goes beyond conspiracy, okay? There's no word for something as devious and secret as this, you understand? People need to hear this. They need to know the real story.
You've got our undivided attention.
All right. As we all know, the Americans established a moon base back in the late 70s. That's no secret. What most people don't know is...
I'm just going to turn the conspiracy theorist off now. So this feels like I'm running on ice. So that's great.
Found by a jogger early on Tuesday morning who says he smelled it a mile away, the mystery creature is thought to be some form of giant octopus. Though marine biologists that have examined the monster have commented that they have never seen anything like it in the cephalopod family before.
I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite us. Oops. Email. Password. Now it's somewhere else. A reminder. From Prince Lacroix. The courier will contact you when you arrive in Santa Monica. Waste no time in meeting with him. Thanks, big you know, hunglow at TrusionBot.net. And not penis enlargement. Watch the girls come running. Call 1-800-555-STICK. Let's just delete that. Kirkpatrick's Crimeputer from Arthur at DutchieBin. I'm looking for that lazy-ass ex-husband who's late on his alimony payments. How about that jerk who knocked you up? Look no further. With Arthur Kilpatrick's amazing Crimeputer, you can find almost anyone with a record, and these days that's just about everyone. So come on down to Arthur Kilpatrick's bail bonds. If you've got the deadbeat, we've got the technology to find them. Hey, welcome to town. Come on over to my place once you get situated and we'll talk about what you'll need to get the job done. I'm going to pick up explosives right now, so master light. I should be back by the time you come over. I'm at 24 Main Street, number 4. Walk to the end of the alley. My building is the next one on the right. The game begins. A pawn is moved. So, I'm really annoyed I accidentally skipped this tutorial. Sweet Lacuna Coil poster. I do enjoy Lacuna Coil. I will probably go everywhere, try to explore everything, just word of warning. Can I do anything with that watch I found? 1 of 10, a replica of a much nicer watch. Okay. Nope. Ah. As I said, things are a bit slidey. Vampire hunters. Ah. If you're reduced to 0 Masquerade points, you will lose the game.
You got some change, mister?
Here, let me put some fortune in your misfortune. I'm the fattest piggy bank in the world, but I'll not break for you. Can I quench your thirst here in the dark? Here, let me put some fortune in your misfortune.
That's very nice, thank you.
And a crab nibble, listen, got crab nibble. Oh, got a crab nibble.
Nope.
Thanks, mister. Thanks, mister.
Oh, thank God it autosaves. Oh, I could go back and do the tutorial. I wonder. This is going to make great watching on YouTube, but let's see if I can, because I can just go back to the autosave if it...
What a scene, man! Hoo-wee! Then it is. What? I'm.
I shall undertake your dark tutelage.
All right. Why don't we step out back here?
I am where I am, and that is not in the theatre of death.
Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
About what beverage do you babble?
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. Ah, you're gonna love this.
Now I've got to lower the audio slightly. John DiMaggio, very loud voice.
Alright, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, blood, your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
Sweet like a prom date.
Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
Oh, that's mild. How do I do this dread deed?
Alright. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him, then bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Will he then carry this curse in his veins?
Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work that way. Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain him dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill him.
I go to drain the luscious liquid. So I like the fact you can skip the tutorial, and I feel if I weren't playing a Malkavian, it would have been pretty explicit that that's what the second option was doing. But also you can just reload. This is your blood pool. Blood is the fuel for your vampiric powers or disciplines. When your blood pool is low, you need to refill it. Humans are an abundant source of blood in most areas of the game. One is in the alley around the corner. Feeding on humans fills your blood pool. To feed, approach your victim, press the feed key. Ah, F. When you're close, it is important humans do not see you feed other humans. Once you become feeding on your victim, you'll see this bar appear. Represents the victim's blood pool. Should stop feeding before emptying his blood pool, killing him. Press F again. Oh, that's graphic. How could anyone see me? It is dark around us. You'll be fine. You can walk that up, Jack. Jack.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
So spooky. And when do I choose the color of my cape?
Alright now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Tell me this tale.
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still, a chance at immortality's not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
My lifeline will go on forever.
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Pfft, shove it right up their ass. A stake? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch a sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
I feel like a shotgun blast to the head is trouble for everyone. Like a bad sunburn.
Okay, now. The fuck is this? You get inside here and head upstairs. Meet up with me. I'm just gonna go see what the ruckus is.
I'm going in. Sweet, Jack's gone. So there's no handle on the door. inventory, combat weapons, armor. There's character sheet. Quest log. Head inside the building, meet Jack upstairs. Can't open the door. It's bugged already. Because that would suck. These are just fake windows. Anything with this? Oh well. I was apparently in the wrong pixel. At the bottom of the screen is the use icon. This icon appears when you're able to use the object in front of you. Press E to use the object. Indicates it's context sensitive. I guess I was standing in the wrong place. Jump key to jump. Oh, everything is the ice level. Your feat's a combination of the various ability attributes. Higher your feats, of course, the better you are at the activities they influence. Inspections of feat. It is a combination of perception and investigation. It allows you to see hidden and secret things. For example, the lockpicks. Pick up certain objects. Use key. I mean, looks more like a Swiss Army knife.
Come down here. Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabbat raid. The Sabbat, they're, Christ, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later. The Sabbat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright?
Where does the path lead?
The Sabbat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell and put a little heat on the prince.
And this is why I wanted to do the tutorial, because I vaguely remembered that it actually set up the law for people who have no idea of the law. Tell me if the Jester Prince.
No time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabbat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
If not the sword.
Shh, shh. Heads up. Back away.
I'm just gonna lower that slightly. See if that's any better. Please don't crash.
Dumb, frenzied Sabbat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick.
Apparently that was not the right volume setting. Gunfire is so loud.
Office. The door's around the corner here.
I shall invade this orifice. Access to quest log. Press L. Why? Oh, I guess log. Not Q for quest, but L for log. Jihad for beginners. Lockpicking. Time needed to pick the lock. I guess this is a tutorial lock that everyone can pick. Yeah, he came through. Yeah, he came through the window. Ooh, spooky.
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
My halo was terribly tarnished.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabbat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
Why need we hide our nature?
It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
My eyes are beginning to open.
Keep our secret, and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
My mind is beginning to cloud. Shine a light and explain.
That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla Gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
These Camarilla are my comrades?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think some other time, maybe. I like to let people form their own opinions.
My minds have many opinions.
All right, now don't worry, because I know the area a little. You know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
Paint me a picture.
You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
I shall seek this key. Area indicator indicates you're in combat mode. Combat anything goes. Masquerade respect the Masquerade Elysium. Vampire neutral ground. No combat disciplines allowed except blood buffalo lockpicking. In Masquerade areas, breaking the Masquerade can carry dire consequences such as the unwanted attention of vampire hunters after 5 violation games over. Sweet old metal band. When you can read note. Password. Chop chop. Oop. Go to stop. I guess I just can't pick that lock. Hacking is a feat that as you attack into password protected items, prompt to press Ctrl C. Or I could just chop chop. Oops. That's not how you type chat. And I guess that's why I could not hack it. Welcome, June. Open any of these drawers. Oh, whoops. Wrong button.
There we go. Now take that keycard and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
I will do this deed. Fun fact, chat. Don't try to feed midair. It just fails. Press the inventory key to access inventory. Can I grab anything else while I'm in here? I won't need that again then. Also, this is the tutorial, so. Nice. You've been wounded by the Sabbat. Blue bar is health. It's completely depleted, suffer final death. Yeah, there's aggravated. Let's see. Nothing back here. Anything? Nope.
Fucking waste of unlife, these Sabbat vatos. You get winged? Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though. There's someone down the stairs here. It's not the freshest catch, but he'll do.
Does blood have vintage and bouquet?
Well, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity. Bums and lowlife don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will. Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff. But you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff.
The thirsty rarely avoid an oasis.
Remember what I said, though. Don't kill them. At least not the innocent ones. You're a monster now. Make no mistake. One of the damned and the fallen. You need to hold on to every last shred of humanity you have.
What if I drain him dry?
An innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity. Bring you closer to that beast you got welling up inside you.
Yes, the dark beast coiled beneath the surface.
The beast? It's always there. It's waiting to take over. When it does, it's like a wild animal wearing your skin. Desperate, scared, reckless. He'll do anything to survive, and it's you that has to deal with the consequences.
What if a human tries to harm me?
I said innocent humans. If some asshole levels a 12 gauge your way, you drain him, skin him, and bash in his skull. Self-preservation is a vital part of humanity, after all. My favorite part, in fact.
Drain, skin, bash and dash.
The only way to fight the beast is to keep in touch with your humanity, and don't go hungry. It's a fine line.
Such lines divide this world from the last.
All right, now go feed. Careful, though. He's gonna drain fast.
Aye, aye. You may have noticed I am not an excellent voice actor, but I enjoy doing it, so I apologize. Remember, you want to avoid draining your victims. Draining innocent humans will give you a penalty to humanity. Lower humanity the closer you get to the beast. I'm 100% going to forget that there isn't a context icon for that.
Not quite as good, huh? You could do worse. There's some rats down the way. You think I'm kidding? You can survive feeding on animals if you can stomach that kind of thing. Ugh.
Ugh. His neck tasted like your breath smells.
Well, give it a try.
I need to floss the flannel from my fangs. Rats can be fed upon to gain a single blood point. The other end of the alley near the other windows can react no impact on humanity. Humans do not react well. I can imagine they wouldn't. Interesting. Get some slow-mo and a really horrible noise. Cool. Back to Jack. Now, walk toggle. Hold to walk.
You rat sucker. Hey, I don't care what you do, but just so you know, polite vampire society looks down on that kind of thing.
Etiquette demands they pass the salt for my rodent feast.
Keep it down. Got someone around the way here.
Only one?
Not too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past.
Where shall I sneak?
The building across from us with the garage door. There's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows, and don't let him see you.
Now you see me, then you don't.
All right, go.
Gone. Sneaking, a combination of dexterity and stealth, is a feat that allows you to move among your victims' enemies without being detected. Meter to the left indicates proximity of enemies, chance of detecting you. Green means completely safe, yellow means you might be seen, red means they'll see if you look in a direction. Cool. But, like, I can turn invisible. down here? Nope. Ah. So there's no peak. So... Oh! Well, that's great. Oh, it resets me. Oh, I don't have to hold it either. Ah, I see what went wrong. Now where? Little doors. Oh. Freaking out my cursor.
Keep it quiet. They're inside here. Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded, too. Go take care of him. Don't worry. He's probably greener than you.
How can you see his shade from here?
The Sabbat, you see, they don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire.
My own green paint is still fairly fresh.
He's probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that, make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
He is a vampire, so be ready.
Vampire or no, he meets his maker.
Go get him.
Getting. Unarmed combat. Strength and brawl. Tab to block. Okay. I have equipped the tire iron. Icon indicates weapon currently equipped. Cool.
That's that. Sounds like you got another pack moving in, though. The Sabbat are going all out. You better head underground, avoid stray bullets.
This plan is fine to me.
Alright, head down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute.
Unfortunately, I have to wrap up now because I have to head out to meet my partner in the city centre. I'm going to put this up on YouTube, I think. And obviously, if you want to see when I'm going online again, click follow, you'll get an email notification. I'll probably alternate streaming this 1 week and then Sword Coast Legends the next week, just because that way I don't burn out on playing one game too much. But thank you for coming along, and